back to another episode of Unbuild the Real podcast. I'm your host, Scoobs. And before we get into today's episode, I want to give a special thanks to our sponsor for today's episode, Playtime KC. Playtime KC is here for all of your kids' needs and all of your family needs. Uh, they specialize in bounce houses, kids events. They actually are located in the Kansas City metro area, along with one main location where you can always host your events, birthday parties, and other events that you might have in mind in the Raytown area. In the Raytown area. So again, shout out to Playtime KC for sponsoring today's episode. We definitely look forward to continue to do good work with them, collaborating and partnering with them. They're a very good company. They're very, very good company to work with, especially if you have younger kids. But again, they host all different types of events. If you need to rent out a bounce house, if you need to rent out a playpen area, a play area with balls, the little kind of big wheel little train sets and things like that, please give them a call, DM them, give them an email, whichever route you want to go to. All right. And as far as their main location, they're open Wednesday through Sunday. The majority of the hours are 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. But on Sunday specifically, they are open from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. All right. So again, hit them up and they'll take care of you guys, you and your family. Now, let's get into today's episode, man. There was a lot going on. We're talking week one football. Uh, let's just get into that first off. So, today, not today. All right. So, again, of course, the first game of the season opener was, it was actually a pretty good game, man. It was the Eagles versus the Cowboys. Pretty good game. Pretty good game. Not too bored of it. We all knew it was going to be a great show because it was the Eagles. Hey, we'll give it up to them, man. They won it. They won that Super Bowl fair and square. They earned that title. Simple as that. Um, you know, I've never been a Cowboys fan. Still not to this day. Definitely had a little more hopes for CD Lamb. But again, that was all on him, man. He dropped so many passes. Can't even keep count. What was it, 5 to 6 passes? That was on him. Straight up on him, man. Now, season opener, boom. Great game, Eagles. Great. Cowboys did pretty good too. They actually shut down. Not shut down, but they kept Saquon Barkley at like a season low at a season low. Uh, he really did not get a pretty good average at all. So, great job to that defensive front for the Cowboys. I mean, hey, you got to give credit where it's due. Not my favorite team. It is what it is. Um, and again, I know that was one thing that I wanted to mention. Kenny Clark got a sack, so I know a lot of people were like, "Man, this dude is not even going to be able to do anything or contribute anything to this defense." But he actually did, and he did pretty good. So I'll get that to him as well. Um, Now, moving forward, of course, everyone was very excited about the Chiefs game. Let's get into this Chiefs. Um, Again, for those that watched my episode the week before, I, I just gave my realistic prediction, and I will continue to do so. I am a Chiefs fan, but at the end of the day, man, you gotta be real with a lot of these situations, man. Like that game, it was a very good game. It really was. It was a very good game, but but we got to keep it real. Herbert looked good. I believe he got Herbert either got hurt last year or his pride was hurt. Either one. He didn't have the best season last year. Uh, I did like McConkey. I actually have him in one of my fantasy football leagues. So, that was a major progress. Again, Herbert played his tail off, man. He Man, I forgot Herbert can actually run and move like that. So Herbert looked 100% healthy. Herbert looked like he was just ready to eat everything. Pause. But again, man, Chargers got out there and did their thing. It's no other way to even explain it, man. I can't say they outplayed them, but it was definitely a nice challenge for the Chiefs. Let's just say that moving forward. All right. Man, a lot of good games this week. A lot of good games this week, man. I can't complain, not one bit. Uh, I don't know, I mean, we can even go as low as Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers looks so good. I truly feel like this season is really speaking a lot because it seems like people who are on different teams, the atmosphere and things like that is just a lot different now, and it seems to be going in their favor. You got Aaron Rodgers on the Steelers. You got man, let me see. They played against the Jets, so you got Justin Fields on the Jets. You got Daniel Jones looking nice out there. I was like, I forgot he was still playing, but the fact that he's starting over Anthony Richardson is crazy. But I mean, hey, you know, you got Flacco. Flacco actually looked pretty good. I want to say his numbers were better than Joe Burrow's, if I'm correct. I will pull that up. Leave a comment in there if I'm wrong. I don't care. Uh, Fla- Flacco, excuse me, Flacco. He definitely looked good though. Now let me see who else we're on different team is on different teams now. Russell Wilson is always going to be Russell Wilson. I really hope it gets to a point where someone else is starting, uh, but they don't have. I mean, what they got? They got the Dart. Is his last name Dart? That Dart fella. But I mean, they don't have too many people. You know what I'm saying? So, trying to pull this up right now. Oh my God. Let me say this too. One of my favorite athletes when it comes to quarterbacks and things like that. I love Matthew Stafford's arm. All right, pause, whatever you want to call it. I love his arm though, man. He can. I mean, when he's healthy, and again, for those that watched that Rams game, he was a little. You can just see he was not 100%. He was not 100%, but uh, he definitely put up some decent numbers. Obviously, the score was not as high, but the Rams won. The Rams beat the Texans 14-9. I was definitely shocked from that. Uh, but again, I also mentioned that last week. The Texans is one of the teams that I have not heard from the majority of the off season. I think everyone knew C.J. Stroud was going to have to he was going to have like a bounce back season because it just was not working in his favor. His sophomore season, his sophomore year, it did not work in his favor. But regardless, man, um, still good luck to C.J. Stroud, dude. I mean, whoever had him in their fantasy league, his rookie year, man, I know you were happy, but probably went into his sophomore year trying to get him as well, and definitely was not the same outcome. Moving forward, let's see. You got the Lions, Packers. Definitely disappointed in my Lions, man. Not my Lions, but I actually have Jared Goff. I'm in two fantasy football leagues. I have Jared Goff in one of my fantasy football leagues, man. And I mean, Jesus, man. I get it. It's game one, but let's get the credit where it's due. The Packers definitely have a good defense. And again, I know I was just speaking about somebody, but again, Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons got his first sack, and man, if you watch that game, or even if you watch like the highlight, when I tell you that crowd went crazy, that crowd went crazy when they when they won the game. I mean, excuse me, that crowd went crazy when he got that sack. So, big ups to Michael Parsons, man. Obviously, another player who is on a new team, new atmosphere. I mean, this is what everybody wants, So, give the credit where it's due. Um, I wasn't too impressed with too many more games, to be honest. You got the Broncos, Titans, Raiders, Patriots, Falcons. All right, uh, Penix. Penix, man, he actually did pretty good. Now, the Falcons still lost. Penix. The Falcons still lost to the Buccaneers, but again, they only lost by 3 points, man. Penix, man, 298 yards, one touchdown, zero interceptions. All right. Oh, I forgot, and he did rush in one touchdown as well. Versus Baker Mayfield, who got 167 yards. He threw three touchdowns though as well. So, um, man, Baker is something else. He's ever since he's been with the Buccaneers, he was like that hot head, that hype head, not humble, going crazy. He's in the commercials. He think he's just the ish, but his numbers did not produce on the football field. But it seems like since he's been with the Buccaneers, you have not seen him saying too much. He's just been humble. He's just been staying quiet because again, I think we all know. I mean, again, man, when you are the man in college, hey, give the credit where it's due. It's fine, but you still got to be humble. Like you still got to get to the next level, which is the NFL. And you got to produce even more. And I feel like that was just one thing that he did not do a good job at. So, 49ers, they beat them, beat the Seahawks 17-13, blah blah blah. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of these games were just, they were definitely entertaining to watch, but not really just fun to watch, right? Now, let's get to let's get to the Sunday night game, man. Let's get to what a lot of people want to talk about. Man, that Ravens Bills game. A lot, dude, to the point where Bills fans were starting to walk away. They were starting to just go to their cars. And then out of nowhere, boom, next thing you know, man, Bill. That's one thing I'll give Josh Allen. As goofy as he looks sometimes, even when you look at him through his helmet, he stayed composed and he stayed focused just throughout the whole game. You know what I'm saying? Turnover, punt, whatever the case may be, he stayed composed. You know what I'm saying? And I really love that about Josh Allen. He's going to give you 110%, no matter what the level is. But you got to give him credit where it's due, man. Not everybody can just do things like that. All right. So again, I think the Chiefs fans know we do have our hands full if we do not get it together. Just keeping it real, we are definitely gonna have our hands full. We cannot get it together, man. Uh, just the performance that we just seen on Sunday night with the Bills and the Ravens, we are definitely going to have our hands full. The fact that the Bills stay composed, they kept playing, they did not give up. That really just says a lot. That definitely says a lot. Um, and again, hey, same Lamar Jackson going crazy, running all over the place. Derrick Henry is back. I'm not calling him King Henry because I'm the king, but Derrick Henry is back. Okay, ain't nothing else really to say about that. Obviously, that one fumble was the complete that that just broke everybody's heart. But it really just goes to show you that it goes to show you how powerful leadership is as well. Like those guys really played their hearts out every down, every down. Derrick Henry was going crazy. Lamar didn't have to do that much. Zay Flowers going crazy as well too. But again, that one fumble just changed the whole atmosphere. Again. All right, check, check, check. Start the timer. I don't even know what. Let's just take six. Take six. All right, so, all right. So, dang, and I've probably been looking at this whole episode. All right, man. All right. So, just recapping this week one, man. Very interesting week. A lot of good football, a lot of good upsets as well. You got guys coming back last second, last minute, last few minutes. Again, man, that that momentum is real. Let's just say that momentum is so real. The team effort, just the whole leadership, everything factors into place. All right, so let's start off with the first game of this. Let's start off with the season opener, man. The Dallas Cowboys versus the Eagles. All right, Cowboys versus Eagles. Very good game. I don't think anybody expected anything less from the Eagles. Obviously, everyone had a huge question mark for the defense for the Cowboys, versus the Eagles, which is crazy. But honestly, let's give Cowboys their credit. You know what I'm saying? I am not a Cowboys fan at all. I have a coworker who is a diehard Cowboys fan. Every time anybody walk past, he said, Cowboy. And if when you see this, sir, you know I'm talking about you because everybody does. Everyone knows who you are. But anyway, again, I'm not a Cowboys fan, but again, give their credit where it's due. Their defensive line kept Saquon Barkley. I feel like at like a season low, or you know what I'm saying, or even just as far as average yards. He really didn't do. He didn't go crazy, which is okay, right? Uh, I don't think nobody's discrediting the Cowboys' defense or anything like that. Especially because of Michael Parsons. I don't think a lot of us really just care for him with the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? As an athlete, great athlete. You know what I'm saying? But Cowboys just had a lot going on, a lot of drama. He was a part of that drama, if you ask me. He was just had his own podcast going on, but again, man, listen, you gotta be able to produce if you're gonna be doing all of that as well. So, come on, man, let's keep it real. This is Unveiled the Real. Let's keep it real, bro. But again, man, congratulations to the Eagles once again, Super Bowl champions from last season. Season opener, they won. What was it? And it wasn't even by a lot, but hey, a win's a win, regardless. It was 24-20. All right. Moving on to Brazil. Brazil. Great game. It actually was a pretty good game, in my opinion. Uh, Obviously, things really switched around pretty quick when Xavier Worthy got hurt, excuse me, in the third play of the game. So again, that camaraderie, like the team really they're looking forward to their X factors. They're looking forward to their impact players, and when they're getting hurt so fast, immediately, I mean, come on now, it is what it is. Um, Give Justin Herbert his credit as well, man. He had a very good game. Trying to look at his stats right now. 318 yards, 3 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Um, what about his rush yards? What did he rush? He rushed okay, he had to rush 7 times for 32 yards. All right, which is not, dude, his average is obviously, but he's a quarterback, but his average is 4.6. That's crazy. All right, but anyway, Herbert, you got to give him credit where it's due, man. Like I said, he's seen that man coverage take off. Who was on the edge on that side? Was it Chris Jones or somebody on the edge on that side? Man, you weren't in the right place at the right time. I mean, you went in. I feel like you probably should have kept that outside containment. But hey, who am I? You know what I'm saying? I'm not an NFL. Uh, and again, we don't know everything behind that as well. What if that was actually his job? What if the linebacker, did not take the right angle? You know what I'm saying? If we have the ends, the edge rushers actually, you know, slanting in, you know what I'm saying, crossing the face, someone has to stay right there, contain that outside. But again, we don't. that's one thing a lot of people don't understand. We don't know what all came into place from that whole situation. So I'm not gonna, I ain't about to point at nobody and speak on nobody like that, man. We don't know what's going on in that locker room. We don't know what's going on with those with the DCs, OCs, everybody. All I know is Justin Herbert made a very smart decision. He read the coverage, man coverage. Man took off for like I think it was like 19 yards, slid right in that first down. Man, come on, man. We would have been going crazy if that was Mahomes. So let's just stop it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, great job. I'm honestly, man, great job for. Fuck, I keep looking at this. Great job to the Chiefs and the Chargers, man. Very good game. Um, hey, it is what it is. Representing representing the U.S. You know what I'm saying, bringing it to Brazil, man, letting them know how fascinating football is compared to like soccer and things like that. So I am glad that we are going in different countries, bringing this beautiful sport that we all. I mean, hell, me, I love watching football. I mean, I love playing it as well, but I love watching football. I'm not going to get in all of these games, just recapping, but I do want to say I am loving some of the moves that a lot of these players have made. It seemed to make a better impact, better environment for them. You know what I'm saying? You got like Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers going to the Steelers. Everyone, really wanted to know how that was going to be. In the NFL Chowder Shelf, they will make the first game of the season versus the Jets, which is the team that he just came from. But honestly, Aaron Rodgers did very good. Very good. He threw, a couple touchdowns. He was going crazy. I should pull up the stats. But then, even for the Jets, Justin Fields actually did a pretty good job. He actually did a decent job, in my opinion, way better than he has for the Bears and the Steelers. Like, man, it's so crazy how these players just switch around like that. All right. So great job for them. That believe it or not, the Colts, Daniel Jones, which he's starting over the Richardson dude. Daniel Jones actually had a good game. Now I do want to look up his stats real quick because that man, these Dolphins are horrible. Daniel Jones, man, 272 yards, one touchdown. How the heck? Oh, but you know what? Daniel Jones rushed two touchdowns. He rushed for two touchdowns as well. Man, 22 for 29. Man, good job, Daniel Jones. But again, win over the Dolphins 33-8 is ridiculous. I'm just glad they ain't go out in a shutout. God dang, that's ridiculous, man. All right. Again, I'm not going to get into all these games because, in my opinion, quite a few of them were pretty boring. It is what it is. Call it what you want. Um, let's move on. Michael Penix. I have to congratulate him, even though they fell short. They fell short to win versus the Buccaneers. But Michael Penix, man, Michael Penix got an arm. He's a pretty smart quarterback as well. He's moving around pretty good. I definitely like what he has going on. I like the way he's moving. Like the balls he's throwing. Um, Hopefully Drake London is all right because I think he got pretty banged up. Sometime in between that game. Uh, Baker Mayfield. Hey, I have to say this real quick. Baker Mayfield. Ever since he has left, uh, what was that? The Cleveland Browns. Uh, and ever since he's been with the Buccaneers, he's been so humble. He's probably one of the more quiet quarterbacks in the league now. I don't even know if he's still doing commercials, but regardless, I just love how just humble he is. I love he's really becoming a leader. Now yes, he has Mike Evans and other little receivers like that. Godwin, he has some more seasoned receivers, but he does have some younger athletes around him as well. But definitely good job for Baker Mayfield. I really just want to give it up to him for his character. Not necessarily just like, oh, you did a great job, you threw for however many yards. Like, I just like who he's becoming as a man. As a real athlete, a real student of this game that we all love. All right, um, man, Commanders smack Giants. I don't think nobody's surprised from that. You got Bengals, Browns, Burrow. Good job. Like I said, even though they only won by 1 point, Burrow, we got to get better. You know, it, I don't know why. It just seems normal for the Bengals to just have trouble when it comes to their offensive line. I don't. I mean, and obviously I can't say too much. Shoot, they beat Mahomes that one year. They went to the Super Bowl. Hey, congratulations. But it just seems like even that year was tough. But it just seems like even since then, their offensive line. I don't know if they're just not fully invested in their offensive line, or I don't know what it is, man. But everyone wants to eat Joe Burrow. Pause. Um, but again, man, congratulations to Joe Flacco too. Did pretty good. I want to say his numbers was actually a little, just slightly better than Joe Burrow. So good big ups to him, man. You got the Raiders. Raiders beat the Patriots. Man, Gino, man. We're gonna see how you keep going, man. Seahawks, you went from the Seahawks to the Raiders. Crazy, but it is what it is. Don't really care for the 49ers. Seahawks game too much. It was 49ers won. Sam Darnold, not too impressed, but we just got to see. It's the first week, y'all, so I feel like I have the right to, talk my ish, talk a little stuff because, again, man, these week one is always a little tough for some teams, all right? Broncos. Ooh, Broncos actually smacked the Titans. I was pretty excited for Cam Ward starting, you know, first career start NFL, blah blah blah. But oh man, it was tough. It was definitely not what you would probably expect from someone of his caliber. But again, this is the NFL. This is not college, so you know some people it takes some years. Some people need to actually sit down for a second. I think who's a great example? Probably Michael Penix. Michael Penix sat down last year behind Kirk Cousins, and you know what I'm saying. Look at his first career start, or I don't know. I don't think this is his first career start, but look at him now. You know what I'm saying. Look at him, new season, new Michael Penix, and he's looking real nice. All right, moving forward. Let me see. Man, this Lions Packers game. All right. So, me personally, I love an athlete who loves the game and who really gets pissed off when they get hurt or something is really just in the way of their performance, basically. Uh, which is why I love Jordan Love. I love how competitive he is, but I love how humble he is. He does not talk a lot. He just doesn't talk a lot. He just shows it on the football field. Not for sure if that had anything to do with Aaron Rodgers, because he was backup quarterback behind Aaron Rodgers, as he entered the NFL. But look at him, man. He beat the Lions. He beat Jared Goff. Now the Lions' offense defense just looked off the entire game. Not even gonna lie. So I'm not for sure if that has anything to do with it or whatever the case may be. But man, they got to get better. They got to do a little better than that, man. That was. I actually have Jared Goff as my quarterback in one of my leagues, and believe it or not, I have Cam Ward as my backup. So I already dropped Cam Ward. I'm already trading him for another quarterback. So that's going to happen on Wednesday. Yes. Okay. So uh, talking about the Rams Texans. Uh, Not sure what's going on with C.J. Stroud, man. C.J. Stroud Definitely thought he was just gonna. I mean, he still can have a bounce back year, but his sophomore year was not good at all. And versus Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford, I tell a few of my buddies who, when we talk about football, like real football, I tell them all the time between Matthew Stafford and Justin Herbert, those two guys, they have some of my favorite arms. Like as far as just the whole quarterback overall. Obviously, we ain't talking about Lamar Jackson just taking off and all of that stuff, but I mean, we're talking about a very good thrower, like a real quarterback. Matthew Stafford might be at the top, and then I got Justin Herbert. Like I just love the way they throw the ball. I love the power they give. I love how they love sharing the ball. Man, they get it right there in the money every time. So yeah, good job for them. Now this excuse me, woo, this Bills Ravens game. What a game! That Sunday night game. That had everybody in their seats. It also had a lot of the Bills fans getting out their seats, starting to walk to the car. Probably around that fourth quarter. Um, but again, big ups to Josh Allen, man. Josh Allen, man, he kept his composure. He just did his thing. He did his thing, man. He did not let all the negativity. He didn't let the bad vibes get to him that his own teammates was giving. And I love that about Josh Allen, man. Big ups to you, dude, on your win versus the Ravens. This is going to put the Chiefs in a very tough spot. This game was crazy. Between Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, Josh Allen, Coleman. I mean, man, Kincaid. It was the Chief, us Chiefs fans. We are going to have our hands full if we do not get it together, man. I believe we are. I believe there's probably a lot of adjustments being made on the way back to the USA. But you know, we just gotta just stay focused. Mahomes, stay healthy. Everyone stay healthy. We gonna need Worthy back. We gonna need all of our guys, man, because it was definitely not a performance I think most Chiefs fans thought we were going to see. Yes, they were starting to climb back up on that ladder, but it was tough. It was a very 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 tough road. But anyway, Bills Ravens, definitely the best game probably to watch this week. That I mean both sides were just going crazy, but especially Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. And I like Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers, he's aggressive. Yes, as far as size wise, he's not the biggest, but he's very aggressive. He's very fast. A little shifty, but he's very fast. I love that. I love he likes to hit. Now, last game, Monday night game, Vikings versus Bears. Not too much to say about this. Um, I do not like Caleb Williams. I don't like that type of quarterback. The type of quarterback he is, he slips. He's just running around. Now again, yes, I mean, hey, that could be because of his offensive line, but I'm not about to put all the blame on him for that. On them for that. Like, I just don't like Caleb Williams as a quarterback. Um, Call it what you want. I don't think you're gonna win anything if you know, got painted fingernail polish and all this little weird fluffy stuff is we used to call it fluffy stuff. Hey, congratulations to the Vikings. Vikings came back and won, man. McCarthy. I think a lot of people are going to actually be interested in McCarthy. He again another player. He didn't give up. I mean he kept himself composed and he just went. He just stayed out there and balled, man, all four quarters, which is how they were able to come back. They are another team just like the Bills. Came back. They just stayed focused, man. Came back and won. I love that. So congratulations to them. Congratulations to the Vikings, man. All right. So let's get into this week's Get 'em Chopping.
Get them chopping.
This week's Get 'em Chopping. A lot of times I like to go for one person. I'm going to go for two people this time. All right. I'm going to go with Jalen Carter. Of course, everyone knows why. Before the game even started, You know what I'm saying? Uh, as the captains approached, right in the middle of the field, as most football games do before they start, this dude spit on the quarterback, Dak Prescott. Spit on him. Broad daylight, you got a million cameras on you, close up, along with the referees standing right there in front of you. And you dummy, you gonna spit on Dak Prescott? I, yeah. So again, yes, yes. Not to mention, this dude got fined $57,222. He got fined for $57,222, y'all, for spitting on someone. Now, that's my get him chopping right there. The other guys who I want to give him chopping to is Derrick Henry. For you to have such an outstanding game, like I think combined he had more rushing yards than almost anybody in week one. Just whatever. Everybody's seen it. He was going crazy. Whatever. But you fumbled the ball. Okay. Boom. And one thing I give to him, he is taking accountability. He's saying, hey, this game is on me. Man, I'm going to own that. I got y'all. I got my teammates. So I appreciate him taking accountability. But the one thing that I don't like is the fact that even after he fumbled the ball, he really never bounced back from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get what you're saying. Thank you for taking accountability. But can you use that to the field's advantage? You know what I'm saying? Can you help your teammate? Because everybody, trust me, everybody looking at him like, I mean, yes, you're still one of the top running backs in the league. Okay, we get it. But how you gonna fumble the ball and then not bounce back after you fumble the ball, bro? Like, come on, man. Um, so yes, that's my this week's get 'em chopping. Jalen Carter and Derrick Henry.
Hey, that's just how I feel. Yeah.
Let's get into this week's reaction video.
Cooking and cleaning and cooking, those are survival skills, okay? Those are not ways to show affection. You've got to talk to your man. Check on where he's at with his goals. You've got to touch that man. And I don't mean his private area. I mean everywhere but his private area. It's just as important, okay? His back matters. His feet matter. His shoulders matter. His head matters. Give him a scalp massage, okay? Wash his hair. He would love it. You like it, he would love it. And if you think I'm sounding crazy, pay attention to the women who have been married for 30 plus years, okay? They done rub some feet and they take pride in doing so. They enjoy catering to their man. They like him. I've watched my grandmother scratch my grandfather's back while he's playing video games through her 80s, okay? And she is just sitting there gazing at him like he is the king of the world. And I'm like, how does she still feel this way about this man? But just know, you have to make your man feel wanted and desired. You have to remind him that he is powerful, he is a king, he is capable of all things, and you have to keep feeding him those things he needs to continue to give you the things that you need.
Brothers, talk to me.
All right. Nah, that was deep. That was deep, man. I loved every word. I mean, I loved it all. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? Me being married, me being a very hardworking husband, father, everything. You know what I'm saying? Dad. Or yeah, I did just say that, father. Um, and again, I'm not trying to be funny when I explain, when I'm just like, ooh, she preaching, ooh, she saying her thing, but nah, I mean it's serious, y'all. Like, now again, when it comes to wives, I'll just speak on my behalf. My wife works very hard. She works very hard for me first off, but definitely our family. You know, again, us, especially at this point in our life, we are really doing a lot to just make sure we keep our house in order. We're trying to set examples for our family, for our kids, because we got teenagers. We definitely don't want them going out into this world, just thinking that everything is just gonna just drop in their lap and everything like that. It's definitely not gonna happen like that. We want them to, you know, really have morals, set morals, set goals, and, do their best to avoid all the distractions. So anyway, going back to, again, I need to stop. I love talking about my kids so much. And again, this reaction video was based on what a woman should do to, what a woman should do, or excuse me, what a wife should do, um, to keep her husband, just at peace, at ease. Like I said, thankfully my wife, she does love to rub my feet. You know what I'm saying? She loves to rub my back. Um, I love to rub her back, as well. Yo, hey. But anyway, um, my wife she does a great job at all of those things that lady just mentioned. We're just trying to do a better job. We're just trying to do a better job. I guess you could say, are we still newlyweds? I don't know, as newlyweds, just to just to continue to communicate, just keep a great line of communication, and and again, I can definitely say that I do need to do a better job at that as well. She does too. We both do, but we definitely want to get better. We definitely want to make those type of changes because, at the end of the day, we understand like it's just going to be me and her. Our teenagers are going to become adults before we know it. And as me and her grow old together, I mean, we're going to have to get through everything together. When she's sick, when I'm sick, I mean, again, well, yes, my job is a little more physical labor than hers, but yeah, it's just trying to make sure, yes, it's not just, oh, take care of me, woman, or rub my back. Like, no, men are supposed to do the same thing. Husbands are supposed to do the same thing as well. All right. Uh, so again, I love that video. Love what they said. Comment, please let me know what you guys think about that reaction video. Did I leave out anything? Did I, what I'm saying? Is what I said was wrong? Is what I said was right? Come on, tell me, talk to me, y'all. All right. Music of the week, y'all. Music of the week is going to be, some people call them Miles Monday, or some people say Males Monday, or something like that. I'm going to say Miles Monday. But again, a very good artist. I actually love his music. He talks about his lifestyle. He talks about everything going on in his life. Those are some of my favorite rappers. Some of my favorite artists, which is why I love Currency. Currency is definitely my number one. And again, we'll get more than that later on. But anyway, music of this week. It's about Miles Monday. All right, off his new album Corner Boy. And the name of this song is called Nobody Rich in the Ghetto. All right. Check the song out. Let me know what y'all think of it. Hey, give me a scale of 1 through 10 what you think, man. All right. You all have a good week. All right. We're getting into week 2 of football. We're going to get into some more current events next episode. And again, y'all, let's just keep the vibes rolling, man. Stay prayed up. RP to the twin. Man. Love y'all, man. Have a good one.
I was lost, but I'm on a better path now. No GPS, still got it mapped out. Tryna milk the game and cash out. Just like a cash cow, I took the front lines while you niggas paid in the background. Look how they act now.